You're evaluating your team daily throughout the year. What's working, what isn't, how can you be better, right? Yeah, those conversations happen with our scouting staff, they happen with our coaches, they happen amongst the people in management, everybody that's evaluating the team, watching the team on a day-to-day basis. We end up with a pretty good idea of what needs to be better.
You pack your little duffel, you anticipate going on a 2-game, 3-game road trip, but it might end up being a couple-month road trip. You don't know your fate. As comfortable as you might feel on a good team, it still could be your number that's called, having to be shipped out or moved on from, and that's a challenging thing.
Hey, this is Gus.
Hey, Gus, it's John. Hi.
Hey, John, how are you?
How you doing, man? How was the whole day for you?
It's been good. It's been a long day, but a good one. So I'm really excited to be here.
Talking to Heinze and Billy when you get traded, hearing their excitement, and you get excited too as a player to join a great group of guys that makes you feel real welcomed, and it's awesome to be around.
What's going on with the family? Are they all in Nashville?
Yeah, they're in Nashville. I think they're gonna stay back because 2 of them, I got three girls, so 2 of them are in school. So.
Oh, good. You and I got a lot in common.
Oh yeah, you got some girls too?
3 girls and they're all in Nashville.
Yeah, that's right.
When Gus was on the roster a couple of years ago, just came in and really provided a boost offensively. So I was excited when they reacquired him just prior to the trade deadline. Good skill, good hockey IQ, veteran experience, just brings a lot to the table. Can play him at center, wing, kill penalties, put him on the power play. So just sort of a Swiss Army knife with some familiarity of the organization. So I really like the addition.
When it became evident that we could get him again, we didn't hesitate. You know, last time he got here, he was just coming off a serious injury. This time he's healthy, so it's great to have him back.
Listen, man, we're excited to have you. I know Billy and the other crew that had you here before. I know a short time, but loved you, and I know a lot of people in Nashville speak great things about you, so I think it's going to be a great fit.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I'm really excited to be here, so can't wait to get going here. Nice to be back. Feels like home. Glad to be back.
I've always been better if I can write things out. When I get ready for a game, and this is the wild placard for tonight, so I'm just getting started on this. We'll have the lineup on one side, intermission duties here. It's live TV. You want to be ready for all kinds of different circumstances, and I'm just one of those people that works better if I can write it down and have it accessible to me, and this is just a part of the job. trade deadline time when new players come in, it's a frantic pace to try to get up to speed on who they are, and you want to build that respect and that chemistry, but that's got to come through time. And so if you can have a little knowledge, then you can easily have that relationship formulated and hopefully help them feel a little more comfortable.
The 2 points here tonight in Seattle. Their 5th straight win in the all-time season series in this building. 2 more crucial points picked up by the Minnesota Wild.
Let's go, Ricky. Way to go, gang. Nice work, man. We fooled them again. We did it again. Smoke and mirrors were in play.
I was trying to get it done yesterday before they get on the...
What's up, buddy? Yeah, that's it. All right, I'll call you. Bye.
Somebody had to give him the puck.
Glauco. What do we want for him?
We really had to thread a needle this year with real significant cap restrictions and needs, I guess. So how do you find players that can improve your team without spending money that you don't have? We have no space, obviously, everyone knows that. But we've got a fairly important player in college hockey that needs to come out. So we gotta have money to sign him. So basically what we need to be able to do is come out of LTI if Kirill can come back and also sign Bouillon. And we don't have enough money right now to do either of those things, let alone both of them.
We are where we are, and we can only do certain things, and technically we have cap space right now, but if we want Kirill to be able to come back, we have to save that for him. So we don't have cap space. If we can add something that, we feel is going to help us get, even 1% better, then we'll do it. It's got to make sense for us because we don't want to just kind of sell the farm. This year especially, there's only so much we can do, and sometimes that gets a little frustrating, and I think people, expect us to make, this move or that move, and it's not always just as easy as it looks or just kind of that cut and dry, but you know what? Anytime we can make our team better, we're going to do it. We don't have a playoff spot yet. We're in a playoff spot, but we have to play well coming down the stretch here, and you know what? The biggest thing too is to get healthy. That's the best thing that could ever happen to us is just get healthy. We're big off season coming up too, and we need all the assets we can get and keep for the summertime. So we just have to use our heads.
I think Gus was good, eh?
I think so. Yeah. He's a good dude. Yeah.
It's nice, eh?
Where do you want to sign? Just
Maybe down here.
Whoa! Oh my God, I'm so excited for this. What the f was that? Watched it like one of the
big time
it's a blockbuster deal. That's awesome.
Are you dragging your feet on that deal still?
What deal?
The one you've been talking about for 2 weeks. Yeah, Hendy's deal for the Iowa Wild was, wow, it was huge. I know he wasn't even sleeping at night.
Just, you're good. Even better. He doesn't even know. Even better, he didn't see you do it.
Sometimes you need to just lock yourself in a room with your thoughts. And we figured just maybe lock him outside with his thoughts for a little while and a seagull. I think it's really what he wanted.
I talked to the coach yesterday. He asked the exact same question. Oh, that's fine.
What do you want? Huh? Cold? You shouldn't have got outside for so long. Are you gonna make that trade? Huh? You gonna try? Harder?
No, but seriously, harder. Harder.
The GM of our team is a bit of a comedian, and when he's got too much time on his hand, then somebody's going to pay for it.
I've been in the same position for like a week. Nothing has happened. Like, I make the same calls every day.
Well, we needed him to make a decision. I know it was heavy on his shoulders, so for him to finally get it over the finish line was remarkable. Yeah, let me guess. I'm gonna circle back, talk to my group. It's the biggest bull line I've ever heard, and everybody says it.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, start putting guys on time. Like, you got an hour. Or else. Or else I'll give you 2 hours.
Only longer. I like that.
Yeah. You gotta be able to do something. 2 hours to go. It's gonna be just like the last 2 hours. You gotta just be patient, be patient, be patient.
One of the big questions out there was whether or not, you know, the return of Kaprizov or Eriksson were somewhat imminent. Were those guys possibly going to end up on long-term IR, not play the rest of the regular season, give the Wild some cap flexibility? The market probably wasn't what the Wild were hoping for, and obviously there's some hope that Eriksson and Kaprizov would return before the end of the regular season. So I think ultimately they just had to be a little bit more patient than maybe some of the fans wanted them to be.
This sucks. This is the worst. We just need to get healthy.
Yeah.
If we get healthy, we'll be okay. We've got some injuries to key players that it's really tough to put a timeline on when they're going to return and, you know, what we're going to have available to us. It was tricky in that way, but we were able to add 2 pieces that we really like. The actual trade deadline day was a little slow, but we got our business done beforehand.
So I was in Carolina last night about to hop on the bus. I think we were flying to Tampa, so obviously had to grab my stuff off the bus and head back to a hotel, and then a couple-hour flight this morning, and then I had a layover in Denver and then a couple hours to get here. But obviously I'm super excited to be here. You know, hopefully get back to the playoffs. I've only obviously played in it once last year, but it's such a different style of hockey, and you know, I just can't wait to hopefully be able to do that again.
He was a fixture in the Boston lineup last year and played well against a Florida team that ended up winning the Stanley Cup. He was a player that we identified at the right price point that could be a difference maker in a tight playoff series.
I talked to Lauko, obviously, from playing with him in Boston the last couple of years. He said it's an awesome group. It's a lot of fun.
Go, Braz. Yeah, Braz. That's a big guy.
They play really hard. They play pretty simple, basic style of play, which I think will suit me really well. So, you know, I do whatever I can to help the team win.
The feeling in the room was, you know what, it's over with now, and now we can focus on the guys that we have in this room moving forward and, you know, stick together as a team.
They were really accepting and, you know, made it really easy for me to kind of come in and, you know, just be able to play some hockey. You're able to just kind of show up, you know, be yourself and hop right into a game, and I think I kind of liked it that way.
Good job, Braz. Good job, Braz.
You're kind of through the grind of the regular season. Everybody is tightening up defensively, where teams are jockeying for position in the Stanley Cup playoffs. And it's about not cracking in those moments. It's about staying with your game plan for 60 minutes and seeing if you can't find a way to get some success in the standings.
Hey! Mortal!
Besser to Verona, sends it across. Pedersen scores.
Leave him. Gonna fight at center ice. Ryan Hartman didn't like that cheap hit by keeper Sherwood. Now they tie up. Hartman knocks Sherwood's helmet off. It becomes more of a wrestling match than anything.
It's a one-goal game. We're playing really good hockey. Don't chase offense and then give up easy offense. Just do it the right way. Play really solid game. Get on top of them, put the pressure on them, get in the offensive zone. Let's have a great period, get it done here.
It's always a lot of emotions around the trade deadline, and you know, it was a big game coming in, but obviously I had just been traded there 5 days earlier or something like that, and then we got Braz. That was exciting for the team, but a lot of emotions going through a deadline day.
When you lose a guy like Creel, Eriksson, Brodin, you know, you can get by a couple weeks without him, but you know, with months, it's a little bit tougher.
Kind of a roller coaster with one man comes back, two men go down. I think we've done a good job of playing without those guys, but obviously they're a key piece to our team.
We have a good blueprint here to have some success, making sure you're staying together, don't let little things in the game change the way you're playing or going.
You know, we played really well that game, but didn't get the results that we wanted. But we came together as a group that day and realized, you know, this is what we have going forward, and we got to make the most of it.
The other hard part about the deadline is it's terribly distracting. If it falls on a game day, you've got your normal routine and you're a pro and you're expected to be good, but you see changes and changes within your group. It's also distracting from afar because you're looking at other teams and you can see Colorado, Dallas, some of these teams right in your division loading up. It's easy to lose focus on what's directly in front of you, and that's the game you have that night. I think that maybe occurred a little bit in that first game right after the deadline.
Obviously, a lot of memories here. You know, winning the NCHC last year and the Natties, so it's definitely a good time to be back.
And the offensive defenseman of the year is Zane William, sophomore defenseman, University of Denver.
All I want to do right now is win national championship, and for right now, I'm where my feet are, and you know, that's Denver. And you know, when the year's over, the conversations are going to be had, and we'll see where I am there.
He's a great kid. He's got great character. He's a really good player. Look at the NHL as a different league. This is the best league in the world. You're going up against the best players in the world. You know, we'll see how it goes for him, but we just want to make sure we're doing the right things for him.
To present the Player of the Year award, please welcome Minnesota Wild Chief Executive Officer, Matt Maka.
Zane William, sophomore defenseman, University of Denver.
It's an honor to be drafted by the Minnesota Wild, and just trying to keep where my feet are and stay focused in the moment.
And what are you looking forward to in the next few months of Wild hockey?
Just more wins. That's it.
This is a crucial time for the Wild, trying to get into the playoffs after missing last year, battling and grinding all season long, got off to a great start, hit some rough patches, always seem to respond when facing adversity. You know, the second you kind of count this team out, oh, they're in a bit of a skid, they get a huge win.
We're all hoping that some key players are going to come back eventually, and that would obviously give us a big boost to going into the postseason. But it's our job to get ourselves in the spot to get into the postseason.
Obviously, we're going to be getting some key pieces to our team back. It's just going to make us that much better.
Big save, Gus!
You know, getting into the playoffs is the main goal, but when we get there, it's to make noise.
They've proven that they can beat some of the best teams in the NHL, but it's with a certain style and a certain commitment. And can that commitment stay steadfast for months at a time?
We got a lot of guys with a lot of skill to kind of take over games and stuff like that, so I'm excited to see where it goes.
If we can play Wild hockey here, get some injury reinforcements, I like our chances against anybody in a 7-game series.